Hello everyone. Today we will learn how to clean and analyze dataset using Pandas, and this we will understand using example in context of mechanical engineering. So in the aerospace industry, selecting materials for aircraft components is a critical decision that depends on factors like density, melting point, tensile strength, hardness and cost. However, before making any decisions, we must clean the dataset to handle missing values, duplicates, and inconsistencies. We will perform data analysis to summarize and filter the data effectively. So let's go through the code step by step and understand its expected output at each stage. So here some of the data are provided for the aerospace industry, and this data is provided in the Excel file named aircraft underscore materials, and this file has data as shown over here. So it has multiple materials with the different properties such as density, melting point, tensile strength, hardness and cost. So to access this data, first we need to load the data set, and here this first line pd.read underscore excel, within its argument file location is provided. File is available in the same working directory, so only file name with its extension is provided. This line loads the dataset from Excel file named aircraft underscore materials, and it loads it into a Pandas data frame called DF. If the file is loaded successfully, there won't be any visible output, but if the file is missing, you will see some error. So ensure that the file is in the correct location. Now next, suppose we want to display the first 5 rows of the dataset. So for that we need to use the function df.head. So this command prints the first 5 rows of the dataset to get an initial look at the data. Now to check that, let us run the program. As you can see, first 5 rows of the dataset is loaded over here with the index starting from 0 to 4. Here you can observe that melting point has missing value none at this row 4, and this we will handle later. The dataset consists of the materials with their density, melting point, tensile strength, hardness and cost. Next, suppose we want to get the dataset information. For that we need to type df.info. So this command gives you an overview of the data type and the missing values. Let us run the program. Here we can see that the total entries are 10, index positions are 0 to 9, data columns are 6, and here at the melting point we are getting 9 non-null values. That means there is one missing value, and for remaining data all other columns are fully populated. Next, suppose we want to generate a summary statistics. So for that we need to type df.describe. So this command provides the statistical insights about the data. Let us run the program. So here you can observe that this summary statistic provides the count, mean, standard deviation, the percentile at 25, 50 and 75 percentage, and the max value and the minimum value for this given data set. So from this data one can check that the mean density is 4.8 gram per centimeter cube. Next, tensile strength varies maybe from 90 to 3500 megapascal, and the cost ranges from 5 to 45. So from this data, many can get the insights about the data provided. Now, as we have observed, it has some missing values. Now to check that missing values, we may use the inbuilt functionality is null. So for that, we need to type df.isNull.sum. So it gives the data about how many elements are missing from these different columns. So let us run the program. Here one can observe that melting point has one missing value. For remaining all columns, we are having the 0 missing values. Now to remove the rows with missing values, we need to use the inbuilt functionality drop NN. So this function removes the rows with the missing data, and it will reduce the number of rows. Let us run the program. So here one can see that row with the index position 3 is deleted from this given dataset. But here the index positions are 0, 1, 2, and then it jumped to 4. Now if one want to have the consistent index, then we need to pass the argument that is in place equal to 2. So it will update the index position and it will start from 3 onwards up to the 8. Now next, to fill the missing values in the melting point with the columns mean, we need to type df.fill_na. Within its argument, we will pass the column melting point. So here we have passed df within its list label melting point dot mean. So it will pass the mean value from this melting point column to this empty data available in the Excel. So let us run the program. So here one can see that this melting point is missing for the material carbon fiber. Now once we run the fill NA method to fill the data, we can see that the carbon fiber is having the melting point, and that is nothing but the mean value from this given column. Next, to detect the duplicate from this given data set, we need to type df.duplicated.sum. So it will give the count that how many rows are duplicate. Let us run the program. So here you will see that the number of duplicate rows are 0, because within our data there is no duplication available within this data set. If any duplicate rows are present, to remove that duplicate rows, we need to type df.drop_duplicates, and it will remove duplicate rows from the data set, and it will keep only the first occurrence. Let us run the program. So here data set will remain same as there are no duplications, so it will not remove any rows. Now suppose we want to count the unique material occurrence, then we need to type df within its argument label material dot value underscore counts, and let us run the program. So here you can see that the unique count for all these materials are printed, and all materials are unique. There are no duplicates present, so we are getting the value 1 for each material. So in short, this tells us how many times each material appears in the data set. Next, suppose we want to filter the data. We want to select the material with tensile strength greater than 500 megapascal. Then we need to type df.log within its argument df within its list data. We will pass the label tensile strength, and then we will pass the boolean operation that is greater than 500. So it will select all the rows having the tensile strength value greater than 500. Let us run the program. So here one can observe that all the rows are filtered having the tensile strength value greater than 500. Next, suppose we want to retrieve the first 3 rows having specific column, then we need to type df.ilog within its argument colon 3 comma as the list provided 0 comma 1 comma 2. It means it will select the rows starting from 0 up to 3, and it will select the columns from 0 to 2. Let us run the program to check the output. So here one can observe that the rows selected are 0, 1, 2, 3 is excluded, and the columns selected are 0, 1 and 2. So this extracts the material density and melting point data from our given data set. Now next, if we want to filter the materials having density less than 5 and cost less than 15, so we need to type filter materials equal to df.query. Within its argument, we will pass our condition, that is density less than 5 and cost less than 15. Here keep in mind we need to provide the same column names as we have mentioned in the dataset. So these filters lightweight and cost effective materials like aluminium and magnesium. So let us run the program. It has printed two materials, aluminium and magnesium. So with this example, we have cleaned missing values and duplicates. We summarized material properties. We filtered high strength and cost effective materials. So these techniques help aerospace engineers in material selection and defining many of the important data from this dataset. For the example purpose, we have only selected 10 to 11 materials, but in your actual area of work, there may be possibility you are having the list of materials, it may be in the range of 1000 to 2000. Then again, using this concept, you can get the insight from your dataset. So this process is essential in real world applications where engineer must rely on accurate and well structured data to make informed decisions. By mastering data cleaning and exploratory analysis, you can work efficiently with large data sets, identify patterns, and gain meaningful insights. I encourage you all to practice these techniques with different data sets and try applying them to real world engineering problems. I hope this session is insightful for you. Looking forward to see you all in our further session.